Good evening and welcome. Last week of the regular season, amazing. He's Greg Brzezowski. I'm Scott Eisberg.
It is rivalry night on Daniel Island, our game of the week for years. That rivalry, Bishop England and Hanahan. Now, this is it.
Two schools separated by just 9 miles, mostly kids from that Daniel Island, Cainhoy area. This is the new rivalry. Philip Simmons, Bishop England. Philip Simmons 0-2 all-time against BE, but this is the end of the road for the Bishops. Philip Simmons, they'll play in the playoffs next week against Pillion. Let's head to Daniel Island for this one. Late first half, no score. Philip Simmons strikes first in this game. Peyton Woolridge, the running back, 29-yard score. That's a pretty one right there. Nice cut, good speed. All good, 7-0 Iron Horses at halftime. Second half, it is Bennett White taking a little pass for Philip Simmons, and he will take it all the way down to the 1-yard line. Philip Simmons looking to go up 2 scores on BE, but on the very next play, Philip Simmons fumbles on the goal line. Bishop England there to pick it up. Wow. And then the tides turn. Bishop England, 4 minutes left in the game. QB Eddie Marinaro tucks, runs, and scores, battling Bishops tie it up. Then with under a minute to play, it is Michael Long with the touchdown. It's the game-winning touchdown on senior night. 14-7, Bishop England wins. What a comeback, what a game.
It's big for our seniors to be able to finish that way, and then our underclassmen to be able to finish and go into the offseason with momentum that we're able to move the ball, we're able to stop guys. So the next 9 months or so are going to be big for us getting things and keeping things in the right direction.
Fort Dorchester and Berkeley both getting a little tune-up for the playoffs next week. Fort Dorchester has done nothing but cruise this week. Berkeley coming off their biggest hiccup of the season, being doubled up by their 17A rival, Somerville. Let's head to Monk's Corner for this one. Student section push-ups. Guy's pretty strong. Good job. Starting off in the second quarter, already tightly contested game. Berkeley gets into the Patriots' territory. Trey Minor, Marion Mitchell cutting Fort's lead to 21-13 after another Fort score. Minor deep to Solomon Butler, the future Western Carolina Catamount. Fort's lead now down to 21-19. Number 3 highlight, Luke Gadsden takes the handoff and runs all the way in for the score, and Berkeley, they're up 25-21. Could this be end of the year shocker in Monk's Corner? No. Zoltan Osborne going to go deep to Keith Desasher for the touchdown, gives Fort a 29-25 lead, and Fort wins relatively easily. 57-32 is the final score. Greg, let's send it over to you.
Thanks, Scotty. 2 playoff-bound teams, both trending in the right direction. Somerville, huge win over that Berkeley team you just saw a moment ago last week. Goose Creek, a nice win right here on TV against Ashley Ridge. But the Gators certainly showing some vulnerability. Few things they need to be sure that they can do before it's do or die time. Let's go to Fulmer Field. A rematch from last year's state playoffs in this very same spot. Goose Creek won that postseason game a year ago. Already up 4 in the first. Build on the lead. Beautiful pass. Gabe Johnson to Kyron Smith. 32 yards on 3rd and long. It's to go up 14-3. Jason Winstead, yeah, thumbs up. He loves it. Second quarter, same score. Dimitri Simmons takes the rock for the Creek. Up the middle. 38 yards into Green Wave territory. So why not give him the ball on the very next play? But here's what happens on the next play. Coughs it up. Loses it. Keyshawn Seabrook strips it loose. Somerville recovers, and that leads to a long drive, a touchdown drive by the Wave. Christian Collins carries the team into the end zone. Some tough running there for Ian Rafferty's side, makes it 14-9 at the half. The Green Wave would come back and tie it in the second. 27 all to force overtime, but Goose Creek kicks the game winner to take it 30-27. Ashley Ridge at Cane Bay. This might be what Friday night is all about. Cane Bay's Christian Ferguson super pumped about getting his first snap. But it's Ashley Ridge that strikes first in the third. Nice pass by Connor Black to Shaid Ladson. Just taken down inside the 10 there. Swamp Foxes have to settle for 3, making it a 4-point game. Those Cobras up, and they strike with the opportunity. Javion Johnson, the Jets, look at him. Big rush for a TD. 13-3 for the home team. Connor Black trying to will his Swamp Foxes to a comeback. Nice little goal line touchdown there. It's not enough, though. Cane Bay celebrates a 13-10 W. West Ashley over at Stratford. There is Wildcats head coach Donnie Kiefer in the first quarter of a 7-7 game. West Ashley kicking off. Stratford, mishandles it, and the Wildcats are Johnny on the spot. They pick it up with some outstanding field position, and from there it's Cole Mundy to Caleb Edwards. That's a touchdown. It's 14-7 West Ashley. More Wildcats. Jaleel Porter, what a night for the kid. Lined up in the Wildcat, fakes the handoff, fakes out Scotty on camera, and he is gone to the house. It's all good. We caught it as he gets in for the touchdown. That's what matters most. 21-7. Oh my goodness. Want to talk about a night for the kid? 327 yards rushing. He had 6 touchdowns, but then it's the defense. Zaquan Smith, the INT. West Ashley absolutely rolls 49-14. How can you not, Scotty, with a performance like that? Oh, my goodness.
I've never seen any. I don't think I could ever remember anybody. There was a guy named Rocarius King who played for Timberland years ago. Maybe he put up those numbers. I don't remember any of the Ellingtons or DeCarrion Joyner.
That's high praise.
Yeah, 327 yards and 6 touchdowns is incredible. The Stall Warriors looking for that first win of the year. This may just be the night. And think back to last year, looking for their first win in 5A. They got it, upsetting Ashley Ridge on the final week of the season. Here it is, a bit of momentum, a little extra momentum for Joe Bessinger. It's against his alma mater, Wando. Let's head over to the new stadium in North Charleston. First quarter, we're going to pick it up. Warriors in the away jerseys, not taking it easy against one of their own. And Joe, come out throwing. Braden Pritchard, tight spiral. Calder, Garris, big play, puts them inside the 30. Move back a few yards and then make a big play a moment later. Pritchard puts it up there. James Lenke comes down with it 33 yards into the end zone. 7-0 Wando. They stop, stall quick, get the ball back, go back for more. Des Loring through the middle, 10 yards, touchdown. It is 14-0. Homeside Warriors trying to get anything going the other way. Brady Quick gets the pick. The interception takes it the other way. And just a few moments after that, more scoring. Pritchard hits Jeb Bell with a 5-yard touchdown. All Wando tonight. On this night, 69-6. Is the final score. We have so much more still to come. James Island looking for a spot in the playoffs. Colleton County, all of it after the break. Welcome back. All hope is not lost in Walterboro. An up-and-down season for the Cougars of Colleton County. They are coming over off a win over Wade Hampton. It's a quality win. Dr. Jerry Brown coaching the Red Devils. And tonight, they are making up a game lost earlier in the year against Hilton Head. And more hope, there is one at-large team in 4A. With a win tonight, the Cougars have a chance of grabbing that spot, although their loss to James Island could hurt if the Trojans win tonight. So let's head to Walterboro for this one. First quarter, no points on the board, and it's the QB, Narone Holmes, taking it 10 yards into the end zone. First score of the night, touchdown, Colleton County. Holmes again finding his opening, zigzagging through traffic until he is untouchable. Second touchdown of the first, and the Colleton County Cougars are looking to make a statement tonight. Seahawks now in possession. Sam Summer looking for an open man. Josh McClendon there to sack him. Hummer fumbles it, and the ball is now back to Colleton County. That's a dominant win for Colleton, 34-13, the final. We'll talk about emotion. A week ago at James Island, before the game, honoring former running back Cornell Stanley, severely injured in a car wreck. They let him score his last touchdown as a Trojan. Then they go to overtime, double overtime, and triple overtime before beating Bishop England. Tonight, visiting their old rivals and neighbors, St. John's. The Islanders, they've got to be coughing with all that blue smoke right there. Opening kickoff right here is fumbled. James Island picks it up. Good way to start the game. After they drive down the field, they fumble themselves. And it is picked up by Sean Lowry of St. John's, who takes it for a nice long run back. They don't score on it, though. St. John's gives it back after turning it over on downs, and J.I. capitalizes. Easy rushing touchdown, Robert Brown. Trojans led by a TD. James Island wins 17-6, and James Island gets the at-large bid. They'll visit North Myrtle Beach next week. Greg, send it over to you.
Yeah, Scotty, no playoffs on the horizon here, but there is something to play for. One of these teams will end the season with a win. One will finish well, with an offer. Academic Magnet and Charleston Math and Science both battling to get into the offseason with that little bit of momentum to help them out. So let's go over to Ravenel Stadium, where Math and Science's head coach Mark Klatt is a bit upset as his Riptide are down 42-0 in the second quarter. Raptors make it worse as freshman Jackson Etheridge gets the easy score there. Finally, a bright spot in the night for Math and Science's Gary McDaniel Jr. bobbles the ensuing kickoff, but picks it up and runs it the other way back, gets it to the opposing 10, where it leads to their first score of the night. McDaniel throwing the ball to Bryce Kelly for the touchdown. They go for the 2 going into the trap, but don't make it. 42-6, the final in that one. ACMAG winning 56-12.
All right, Greg, we are hoping to get some Timberland Keenan highlights from our affiliate in Columbia. If we do, we'll have them after the break, but let's skip ahead. After the break, we'll have Skiza Pleeza playoff highlights for you right after this.
Tough way to open our Skiza block tonight because the Skiza team that we'd expect to dominate tonight, the Skiza team we'd anticipate playing in the state title, everyone would in a few weeks, is not playing at all. There's no easy way for Johnny Waters to break the news to his First Baptist football team. He couldn't even do it face-to-face. Their season is over. The Hurricanes had a positive COVID test, and with contract tracing, there is no way to move on. The season is done. The team has to be sent home to quarantine this morning. Their playoff run ends before it even started. What makes it even tougher for this First Baptist team, I mean, they were so good. 9-0, an undefeated regular season.
Reached out to a couple of phone calls and texts, just love, thank you, coach, for everything and all that kind of stuff. And, it's a lot of love here, and it's hard for the boys. It's hard. Felt good about it, playing our best ball, everybody back. And we'll never find out, but in our hearts and minds, we knew that we had the team to win it all. Yes. They love to be together. And, the thing is, they love to practice. They just love to get out there and practice. This is a team that, heck, after the state championship game, if you ask them to come back on Monday, they want to get back out there and just practice, and it's hard to find guys like that. A lot of teams, they love the Friday nights, but, the Monday through Thursday, they're kind of just grinding through. This team actually enjoyed it. They really did. And that's what I'll remember about this group.
PorterGaud playing Hammond tonight. This one was all about Hammond. First quarter, Hammond already up a couple of touchdowns. Skyhawks quarterback Whit Muschamp with a beauty to C.J. Stokes. Pulls it in, scores it, 57 yards to the house. Hammond up by 20. Skyhawks continue to roll, and it is Will Muschamp's son, Whit, again to Stokes. This is the handoff. Hammond up big, and they continue to be up big. PorterGaud season is over. 44-13 is the final score. Calhoun Academy at St. John's Christian tonight. Little father-son moment there on senior night. In Monk's Corner, opening drive, St. John's Christian marches down the field, and Ryan Booker takes the snap, keeps it, runs all the way to the score. Extra point puts St. John's Christian up 7-0. But Calhoun Academy answers right back with their own scoring drive. Seth Tyson runs up the middle, puts his team on the board. 2-point conversion puts Calhoun Academy up 8-7. Few drives later, St. John scores again, once again to Ryan Booker, keeps it and runs it to the house. 14-8, and St. John's Christian advances in the playoffs. 39-22, the final score. All right, as we head into the playoffs, let's take a look at some of those interesting matchups we will see coming up next week. Somerville, they got to travel to Dutch Fork. That's a tough one. Carolina Forest at Goose Creek. Berkeley at Sumter. Tough trip for Berkeley there. River Bluff visits Fort Dorchester. This is a very good game here. Aner at Oceanside. That game at Johnson Hagan Stadium. Certainly looking forward to that one. Hanahan at Dillon. No matter what he does, Art Craig just cannot get away from Dillon. They were the thorn in his side when he was at Timberland for almost 20 years. Philip Simmons, who we saw tonight on TV, they'll head to Pillion. Barnwell at Woodland. Barnwell we saw last year against Oceanside in the lower state finals. Very good team. And then Baptist Hill, our 1A team, they travel up to Georgetown County and they'll play Carvers Bay next Friday night. We'll have all those highlights for you. Looking forward to the playoffs next week.
schedule yesterday. You want to talk the madness of the 2020 season? Well, on one day's notice, here's Keenan at home hosting Timberland. The Raiders up 52-7 at the end of the third, getting coached up there on defense as Timberland goes for it on fourth down. Kylan Brown to Keyshawn Brown. Big yardage, plus a roughing the passer penalty will set up this. An 18-yard run by Kamari White. No relation to those Brown guys, but the Wolves drive. It stalls from there. Turnover on downs. Keenan's Lewis Alston showing some jets on the far sideline. About 30 yards right there. The trailing seconds after this play of the half, the Raiders go into victory formation as Keenan wins this one big. 52-7, your final score there. All right, so that's Friday. Let's look ahead to your college football Saturday. The three teams actively playing the state, all actively in action, all at night. Late night college football slate is set up for you well, and it begins with USC off of their bye week, trying to beat Texas A&M for the first time in program history. They'll kick it off at Williams-Brice at 7 p.m. against the 7th-ranked team in the country. At 7:30, game of the week. Number 1 Clemson. No Trevor Lawrence, still out due to COVID-19. At 4th-ranked Notre Dame. That is going to be awesome. And at 8 p.m., 15th-ranked Coastal Carolina, our other top 25 team in the nation, hosting South Alabama, continuing to look to stay perfect in Sun Belt play. All
right, for our play of the night, we're going to go with a player of the night. Jaleel Porter, what a night for West Ashley. 327 yards, 6 touchdowns for the running back for the Wildcats. An incredible night and a big statement win for his team. All right, we'll bring it back on camera for one quick second here. We do have big news tonight. Baseball America is reporting that the New York Yankees dropping 3 affiliations. Trenton is one of them, Hudson Valley, and Staten Island, I should say, and right here in Charleston. Yeah. Incredible. If that ends up happening, the Yankees dropping the River Dogs affiliation, that is according to Baseball America. We'll see hopefully another major league team picks up that affiliation. Somebody is going to want this place because it is an outstanding place to groom minor league players right here in Charleston. For Greg Brzezowski, our team of photojournalists, I'm Scott Eisberg. Have a great night. Enjoy your weekend, everybody.